Okay, welcome back. Okay, so what we're trying to do now is we're working on this function called calculate tip. We've got the bill amount, the service quality, whether it's good, bad, or outstanding, and the number of people who are going to share the bill. That's what we did there. Okay, and we used we know that when you pull stuff in, the value is going to be a string, and what we did is we just made sure that there were numbers by trying to get floats and things like this. And I think there's still a little bit of issues with this when you go below. But what we're going to do right now is we are going to calculate the bill and the tip. So we're going to make a variable, and I'm going to call it like total tip. Okay. And basically that's going to be like the total bill times like the service quality. Okay. So what you do is you take the bill amount. Bill amount like that one, right? Because it's the variable that we care about, not this value which goes over to the web page. And we're going to multiply it times the service quality, this variable right there, and that's a decimal number, right? We've looked at that before. So it's going to be so if it goes service qual is what we're looking for. Yeah, not service quality, because that's the name of the web tag over on the web page. Okay, so you just do that, and that's pretty easy, right? Okay, but the problem with that is you get this huge decimal number. Okay, and decimal numbers can have like 64 decimal places, and that's sort of a problem for us because we need dollars. Okay, so we'll look at this for a second, and we'll go like this. Okay. Okay, and let's take a look. So we'll do a save all. We'll click over here. We're going to run this thing. Pull it up. There it is. Let's get the developer tools going. Okay, console looks good. Let's say like $150 for oh, actually, let's make it 100 because it'll be easy to figure out. We'll say $100. We'll say 15% tip. I'll say one person, and we'll calculate it. And that's the thing. So the tip comes back 15. Okay, and it looks like that to me like is an integer. Let's do something different too. Let's put in like 105, 34, and we'll run it again. And the tip comes like that. See, that's what I'm trying to say. You get these sort of weird, like we have to deal with this, and this probably should just be 1580, right? Something like that. So the way you handle situations like that is that you do a little bit of math with this right in front of, right after that, okay? And here's what we're going to do. We're going to go like this. We're going to say ttip, okay, is going to equal, we're going to use a math round function, and we're going to go ttip by 100, okay, and what do you think that's going to do? That's going to take basically the two decimal places and make them into an integer, right? And then we're going to divide that by 100, okay? And that's going to get us back to two places, basically. And then we're going to go like this. We're going to say ttip equals ttip to fixed. And these are things that come with JavaScript that I'm using. I'm using these like little functions to do this. And like things like math round. And there's one like for like minimum and maximum and stuff like that. That'll do this, okay? So I'm going to go like this, and then we'll look at this as ttip after, okay? So there we go. So you can say like ttip after, and then we'll figure out this between this thing, and we'll just sort of see what this does, okay? So I'm going to do a save all. I'm going to click here. I'm going to run it. Okay, and let's put it in a crazy amount, like 134. 56. I'm gonna say 15% because that'll hopefully give me more options here. I'm gonna pull up the developer tools because we're developers, and we're gonna calculate this. And so see what happens. So what it did is it cut that off. Let's do a couple more to see what happens. Let's say 3, 4, 5, 7, 7, 15%. Let's see what happens there. Okay, so what that did is it rounded up, which is good, right? We like that. And what's going to happen though is that when you figure out the split of everybody, we're going to do this again and again. And what's going to happen is when you split it evenly, like you'll be a couple of pennies more than what the bill is, but that seems sort of okay. Okay, and but this is what we're trying to fix right here with that. So we want to do that for this part. Okay. So that seems good. And then what we're going to do is move ahead here after we do that to, we want to figure out like the total bill. Okay. So, which is going to be basically like the bill amount, right? Plus the total tip, right? Okay. So that's pretty easy, right? Except I noticed that there were these sort of problems. Let me see if this happens here. I'm going to make a variable called bill. It's going to be bill plus tip, okay? And I saw this happening, and I actually think it's because of this. I think if I do something like this, it's going to recharacterize some of these things as strings, which causes problems. But let's try this right now. Okay, so we're going to say bill amount, right? And if it's not a problem, we won't do it, or maybe we'll make you do it anyway. We'll do this, okay? And then what I want to do is I want to borrow this and say bill plus tip. Is this, and we'll say bill plus tip. Tip, and we'll see if I got a problem, because I sort of had a problem when I ran this before. I'll do a save all. We'll go like this. We'll run it. We'll pull up the developer tools. We'll put in a crazy bill amount. Whoopee. Excuse me. Sorry, I think I have allergies or something. Let's say 20% tip. That's pretty easy to see. Yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, so see what happened here? This is all messed up. See this? Okay. So I don't like that. I didn't get it like a... Sorry. I didn't get it like a number. I got like two strings kind of attached to each other. See that? Okay. So that's all messed up. But somehow it doesn't see this as a number. And it doesn't see this as a number. Okay. So that's, or no, down here. It doesn't see this as a number and this as a number. And that's screwed up. Like, it seems to say like, okay, well here, if you're doing multiplication, that's cool. But if you're using the plus sign, then we're going to look at these as like strings. So what I did to sort of handle that was I put in the parse float stuff again. So I went like that to make sure that these were numbers. Okay. Right? And so if I do that, then I get better kind of quality here. So I don't know. This might be a weird feature of JavaScript or something, but like let's say 3, 4, 5. That seems like a real live thing. 15%. So let's do 20% because it's easier to understand, right? Or let's do 10%. So it should just be like $13 really on the tip. And we'll do that, and we'll pull up the developer tools, and let's run it, and we'll see what happens. See what now you got that. See. So if I say 150 plus 10. Right. See, that's right. See how it says 165, right? So that looks good. We can do this stuff to make it be decimals again too. Okay. So, but that's sort of what's going on. I don't think we have to do that till the end though. Okay. Well, actually, here, let's do it just to see. So see these? I'm just going to do this again so I get like an actual dollar amount. So I think it actually makes sense to have this be a dollar amount. Okay, so I'm just going to take these and convert them to bill plus tip stuff. Okay, and we can check this again, like before and after. Because we do want it to be sort of dollars, because we're talking dollars the whole way, right? There we go. And let's see. Oopie. I put this probably the wrong way. And here we go. And again, let's take like 150. Get the developer tools up. Say 15%. Say one person. Calculate it. Okay, so that's good. So what happens here is you get like 172. Let's go to 10%, so it makes sense. It's just $15 more. Let's do that. There you go, 165. But see, it makes it into sort of dollars, which is good. Okay, we want that. We don't want to like show it as something less than dollars or something like that. So this is the way to kind of make things like look good. So we're getting that done. Okay, and then we're almost done. So what we got to do then is we got to figure out what everybody has to pay. Okay, so I'm going to go like this and say var each total. Okay, so figure out what everybody has to pay, right? So I'm going to say each total is going to equal basically bill plus tip divided by, can you guess what it is? Let me blow my nose. It's going to be the number of people who have to pay, and that's number of people. So that's cool. Pretty easy, right? And then I think we're going to have to do the whole round thing and stuff like that again. So we'll get like an amount. But this is the thing, like the number that you get here is a little off, maybe by like a penny, depending on if there's 3 or 4 people. But it makes sense when what happens is there's sort of an extra, there's an extra like penny or two for the waiter or waitress, right? And so that's good, right? And we're gonna go like this, fix that, and then fix this. Okay, and then that's sort of what you get. Okay, and then basically what we're gonna do is just go ahead and display it. And this is like the same thing, so I'm not gonna print it out. Okay, and if you're comfortable with what's going on, you can start pulling out all these console log statements to clean things up, because we think things are working the way we think they should, which is good. Okay, and I'm kind of running out of time here, so I gotta keep going. Okay, so that looks good. This looks nice, right? And then what you want to do here is come in here and display the results, right? Okay, and so what we're going to do is we're going to display the tip. And the way you do that is you got to go find you got to go back over to the web page and find out where the tip's going to be displayed, okay? And that's going to be in this new cool part down here, okay? So what we're going to look at is we're going to display the total tip right here. See that? So we have an ID here for this little area, and see where it says 00? We're actually going to stuff it now with like the right amount, okay? And that's how this works. So we're going to say document, right? get element by ID, which is really our friend the whole time. Okay, and we're going to